if I somehow manage to get these ears to twitch, I reckon I can actually get a wife, but I guess Loyal's the real ladies man. Loyal man. You're that guy. You're that guy. We're so close to reaching 700 subscribers, man. So let's make that happen. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so last time it was confirmed that Tom is not dead, man. Ran came across Tom, and then yeah, they had an interaction, and then Tom said meet me later. So Ran went back to his inn, back to where Loyal and Huron was, and he was like, hey, guess what? I found Tom. And he told Loyal about Tom before, so Loyal was like, oh, I would love to meet him, but I can't leave, you know what I mean? You know, I don't want no Ogiers knowing that I'm outside the setting, man. Loyal is very you know, scared about getting noticed a bit too much, so he's a bit on the edge, but Rand somehow gets him out of the inn. So while Rand and Loyal went to visit Tom, Huron was actually guarding the chest with the dagger inside as well, and the horn, of course. And when they went to the inn that Tom was staying in, they met a girl called Dana, not sure, but she is aspiring to be the first ever female gleeman. And when Tom actually comes into the room, Rand offers Tom to join him on the journey to retrieve the horn back to Foldora, and Tom actually declines. He now has a girl, Dina. It looks like he wants to settle down, and he wants no Trollocs or Murdrels following him, you know what I mean? So he seems to be done with all that stuff. But then Rand wants a moment alone with Tom because Loyal still doesn't know that Rand could channel. So when Tom and Rand was alone, Rand asked Tom about the prophecies with the dragon, and honestly, he says some interesting stuff. I've got it up on the screen. So this is what Tom told Rand. Twice and twice shall he be marked, twice to live and twice to die, once the heron to set his path, twice the heron to name him true, once the dragon for remembers lost, twice the dragon for the price he must pay. He also said, twice dawns the day when his blood is shed, once for mourning, once for birth, red on black, the dragon's blood stains on rock of Shoyal Gul. In the pit of doom shall his blood free men from the shadow. I'm not gonna lie, this is hella confusing, bro. It's a prophecy, and there's only one or two sentences that actually kind of made sense to me. Number one is when he says, once the heron to set his path, twice the heron to name him true. So here I'm thinking once the heron to set his path, and we know that he has one mark heron on one hand. So I'm here thinking when he gets his second mark on the other hand, that probably will mean he is then, what is it say again? He will then be named as the dragon, like the true dragon. So, or I'm not sure, man. Maybe a lot of people, let's say false dragons, got the same heron mark for the path to be set, but not everyone's gonna get both of the heron marks. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it right now, but that's what I'm thinking so far. And one more thing is twice dawns the day. How is that even possible, man? I'm here thinking, okay, there could be one thing. Dawn comes before sunrise, right? So when dawn comes, somehow the wheel of time is reversed. And then when we go back, dawn will somehow, it won't come again. It's like going back to dawn, if that makes sense. That's the only way I could think, you know what I mean? Twice dawn comes when his blood is shed. So I'm here thinking Rand might die because it says twice to live and twice to die. So I'm here thinking Rand's gonna die, and then a new day will come, or maybe time will reverse back to dawn. And then something, I have no idea, man. This is hella confusing, but this will be very, very fun for you guys who are on your rereads, man. So I can't wait to reread this again. Anyways, let's get back to the story. I think Rand also told Tom how the Aes Sedai are trying to make him the false dragon or something like that. And then that's where Tom assumed that he can channel the One Power. And then we got to find out more about Owen, his nephew, I think, who was gentled by the Red Ajah, and he was never really given the chance to do anything. Do you know what I mean? Even though he was never really evil. And that's where Rand was like, damn, bro, that can literally be me, you know what I mean? When they left Tom's inn and they were going back to their own inn, there was a bunch of Trollocs that was disguised as, like, you know, I don't know, they were just disguised as Trollocs. They were actually people. So there was one Trollocs who was actually disguised as a disguise, if that makes sense, which kind of tripped everyone out. Like, no one knew it was actually a Trolloc. So while Rand and Loyal was going, on their way to the inn, yeah, this Trolloc actually attacked because it was an actual Trolloc, you know what I mean? And Rand was about to die, man, until Loyal came to the rescue. And while Royal was trying to wrestle with this Trolloc, Rand tried to reach for Sidene, but he couldn't. He could just feel the taint. So I'm here thinking, when can he actually touch the actual Sidene, you know what I mean? Because sometimes he can, sometimes he can't. For example, when he was next to the statue with the massive ass sphere, Sidene easily came to him, and then Loyal gets his first ever kill. Not just a Trolloc, but his first kill in general, and Loyal did not seem happy about that. He was just very against killing anything, even if it was Trolloc. So they were trying to hide away from the Trollocs, and then Selene came out of nowhere again, like, yo, this character is just playing with me, bro. She's playing with my emotions at this moment. Bro, this girl is evil, bro. Imagine a girl playing with both your brain and heart, bro. Like, holy moly, man. Anyway, while they were trying to run away from these Trollocs, right, Selene spots a door that was outside of the Illuminator's house. I think the Illuminators are people who deals with the fireworks or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but Selene spots a hidden door. They go through it, and Loyal, goddamn, bro. Loyal was very clumsy, man. He literally fell. I don't think he fell down. He was just so big that a whole bunch of fireworks fell, and that created chaos. Later onwards, they saw Trollocs in the Illuminator area, which kind of tripped me out. Rand told both Selene and Loyal to run away, but then Selene disappeared after again. I still think that Selene is Lanfear. I still think she is one of those Forsaken, and we know that Lanfear in specific is one of the strongest Forsaken, and Forsaken are obviously evil, right? And they work with the Dark One. So I'm here thinking Trollocs, Forsaken, Dark One. So if I'm using my brain correctly, Selene came when Trollocs came. So that means Selene must have summoned the Trollocs somehow. Because Selene was not even a single bit scared, bro. She went back to danger. Yeah, I think that Selene was the one who summoned the Trollocs. Then Selene left Rand a letter, and one part said that you will always be mine. And then I'm here thinking, always will be mine. That means she had met Rand before way long ago, man. So, and we know that Rand used to be Luce Theron Tellerman, and that Luce Theron Tellerman was the lover of Lanfear. So I'm convinced that Selene is Lanfear at this moment, and Selene was the one who summoned those Trollocs, just like how I think that she also summoned those Groms in the parallel world. Anyways, then we get to Perrin's point of view. Perrin's party was still after Fain's party, and Inkta kept asking him, what happened, man? What did the wolves say? And that's where he said everything that the wolves actually saw that night, where Rand actually stole the horn and the dagger and killed Trollocs, yeah? And then the wolves also gave Rand a nickname, and it's called Shadow Killer. And honestly, that's a pretty cool name, bro. Like, you know, Shadow is obviously the darkness, and Killer, you know what I mean? So it's like a heroic name, man. He's the Shadow Killer. And the wolves are they actually respect him, man. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, the main part of this thing is an Aiel, man, bro. We got to meet the first ever Aiel person, bro. And this Aiel person was not scared at all, bro. He was a one man ready to take on a whole group of armed soldiers, bro. But one thing we also noticed is that he did not have a sword, and just like it was mentioned before, that Aiel don't use swords, so interesting. And he also looked exactly like Rand, according to Matt and Perrin. Anyway, this Aiel man called Urian was looking for a man who will come with the dawn, bro. And then that's what Tom had said in his prophecy, right? Twice dawns day when his blood is whatever, man. So interesting, man. So I'm pretty sure that this Aiel guy is looking for Rand, bro. Whatever. He also said how the Aiel clan is not trapped, they're like in the waste, the Aiel waste, because of the sins that they had done in the past, which I have no idea. I don't know any history about the Aiel. I could only assume. And he also looked at Varen and said that you look like someone who traveled and survived the what's it again? Rudian. I'm not sure what the hell that is, bro. I think it is something important. And Varen as well, I think there's way more to her other than just being an Aes Sedai. I think she's something more than an Aes Sedai. So I'm very interested to see where Varen's story goes and her history. Same with the Aiel people at the same time, man. And then at the end, Varen was like, can the Dark One touch the pattern again? So that means the Dark One has touched the pattern before. So what is it like for the Dark One to touch the pattern? I have absolutely no idea. I think it can be that not everything will revolve around the ta'veren, do you know what I mean? So the Dark One may have some kind of control instead of the ta'veren, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So maybe we as readers are being fooled, thinking that the ta'veren are actually affecting everything, while now the Dark One has some sort of power. I'm not sure, but it could be true, you know what I mean? It's just a guess, it's just a prediction. Now we are in Bornhold's point of view, bro, and this chapter was absolutely hectic, man. Anyway, first Bornhold, yeah? He was in Olmouth Plain, yeah? Just to do some work there, and then he saw a bunch of people on gibbets, bro, or gibbets, according to the audiobook, because I'm stupid. Yeah, I've been saying gibbet the whole time. Anyway, so there's a bunch of people on gibbets, man. Like, gibbets are absolutely horrifying, bro. I've searched it up before. It was just bad, bro. They were hung up, and yeah, it was crazy, bro. And then it was told to him that these were done by questionnaires, and these questionnaires are like the top dogs of the White Cloaks. And Bornhold seems to be kind of against the questionnaires, so we know that the White Cloaks are not completely bad. We can see some sort of goodness in the White Cloaks from Bornhold. Bornhold really is there to follow orders, man. He's trying to do his best, and he doesn't really agree with the questionnaires' actions. He thinks it's not justified. He also learns about the Seanchan people, man, who has been taking over multiple cities, man. And according to some sources, yeah, these are the followers of Arthur Hawken's people, man. And we know that Arthur Hawken pretty much killed all the Aes Sedai before, which is not good, man, because we know a lot of Aes Sedai right now. We know that some of our main characters wants to be Aes Sedai, and then Arthur Hawken's army is being quite relevant, is quite dangerous, and rightly so towards the end of this part, which we'll get to later onwards. And then we move on to Bael Doman's point of view, man. The captain of the Spray, he was being followed by some Seanchan people, man. And what these people look like, they have like insect kind of helmets, and yeah, they're very interesting people. And he has been captured. All of his possessions has been taken. Okay, so he also saw a bunch of pairs, right? Women in specific. There was one girl who had a chain onto another girl. Now the girl who is chained around her neck and hands, whatever I think, is called a damane. And Bael Domon initially thought she was an Aes Sedai. But then the girl didn't really specify if she was an Aes Sedai. She just said, nah, she's just a damane, which gets explained later onwards, and it's horrifying, man. He then gets taken to Turak, who is who seems like a top officer of the Seanchan people, and then he finds the seal, which I assume is a Dark One seal, and he's like, do you have any idea what you have possession of? And then Doman's like, I'm just an honest trader, man, I'm just trying to do my job. And yeah, now he's I think Doman is like held custody under the Seanchan people. I thought the White Cloaks were horrifying, but these Seanchan people are next level, bro. Anyway, coming back to Rand's point of view, he has been constantly getting invitations after invitation. He literally burns everything until he got a very big one, an invitation from both the king and his biggest rival, bro. I think the king's name is like Goldrian, and then another's called Bathanis. So Huron convinced him not to burn it, and then he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just keep it in my pocket, yeah? And then he went to the guardhouse to get an update about Ingtar's camp, and then this guy from the guardhouse, he was clearly lying, bro. I think this some game shit that they're playing right now. What was it called again? Deus Damar. Like, this Deus Damar is so relevant in Kyrian. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there was even that captain who brought them here. He was behind them, and he was like, hey, is that the captain? And then the guy was like, nah, it's not him, man. So the games are very interesting here, which gets more interesting as we read on. And while Rand was going back to the inn, he saw the inn was burning, bro. So he ran to the inn. Huron was injured. He somehow managed to get Huron out, but then the chest was gone, bro. The horn and the dagger was gone, bro. It was actually stolen. So what, bro? It's going back and forwards, bro. First the Dark Ones had it, then Rand had it, now the Dark Ones have it back, bro. And while he was actually trying to retrieve it, he couldn't find it. And then he saw the banner of the dragon, bro. He wanted to let it burn, but then he couldn't. I think because Moraine said because you might need it in important times, so he took it, you know, just because of that. And that's where Perrin's party came. And then Rand was like, you guys came late, bro. What the hell's wrong with you, bro? But instead of being angry, he was laughing, bro. And I'm here thinking, did he use the one power somewhere? Because I don't recall him using the one power when he was in the inn that was burning, bro. So that's interesting, because if he, especially Rand, yeah, if Rand laughs, I'm assuming that's kind of the craziness that happens after you use saidin, but I just don't remember him using saidin after a long time, bro. So maybe I'm just overlooking that, you know what I mean? And once Varen healed Hurin tracked down where the Dark Friends went, and he's like, they went to Barthanes' camp. Like he was, they went to his area, right? And then after that, Varen also explained that the statue that Rand saw, the one with the massive sphere that allowed him to draw saidin, was actually a Sir Ungriel. We've learned what a Terangriel and an Ungriel kind of is, but this is the first time learning of a Sir Ungriel, and this seems to be a very powerful weapon, bro. It's powerful enough to destroy a whole city, according to the descriptions here. And it says that saidin is a very relevant power in this case. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Varen said that both women and men needs to use it, or maybe just men. I'm not quite sure, but I think we will learn more about the Cyangriels, Tyangriels, Angriels, all these Angriel stuff. Man, it seems like I'm in geometry class again, bro. Now, since Rand still has both the invitation of both the king and Barthanes' place, he decides to go to Barthanes' place to see if the dagger is there, and the horn. So a party of them went, and Matt here was the servant for Rand, because Rand looks like a lord. He was assumed to be the lord, to be a lord most of the part in Cairhien, and Matt was his servant, and Matt did not appreciate that. He was continuously complaining. He kept teasing Rand about him being a lord. He was not happy at all. But beside the point, Matt and Hurin was there specifically to hunt down both the dagger and the horn. And Rand seems to be a very popular figure here. Like, everyone knows him. He is very popular. Like, all the ladies are like onto him. They're like, oh, my husband isn't around, man. Maybe you could teach me how to play the flute. And then one more lady comes and says, you know what, I don't even have a husband, so let's get it on, man. Let's get it going, bro. But besides the point, yeah, Hurin, he found a waygate, and Hurin, Loyal, and Rand, when they opened the waygates, the black wind literally was waiting for them to strike. And this is very mysterious, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, Rand then summoned fire that kept the black wind inside of the waygate rather than coming out. And then when Loyal closed it, it doesn't seem like Hurin or Loyal noticed the fire, which I'm like, how do you guys not notice the fire? Because I'm assuming the black wind will cover a lot of area, so the fire must have been big, but they don't seem to notice, which I'm like, okay, whatever, allow it, bro. And yeah, this place clearly was not safe at all, so they all decided to leave. And just before they left, Barthanes grabbed Rand to give him a message from Fain. And Fain was like, he will be waiting for you, and if he does not come, then his close ones will be in trouble, bro. Which kind of convinces Rand to actually go after Fain. And they decided to go to the nearest steading to find a waygate so they could travel quickly. There was also one part where Matt did not look very healthy. Like, Matt looked very pale, very unhealthy, you know what I mean? And that kind of tells us he does not have much time to live, man. So they need to act quickly, man. They need that dagger back. Moving to Tom's point of view, now Tom was coming back from the place that Barthanes held, and when he came back to his inn, yo, Dina was dead, bro. Her throat was, you know what I mean? It was pretty dark, man. She was dead, and Tom assumed that it was Barthanes. It was his doing, but then it didn't make sense. Like, he was just there. Why would he kill me, bro? And then after Tom took down some of those guys, right? The innkeeper came and she was like, that's not Barthanes' men. That's literally the king's man, Goldrian's man. And then what would Goldrian want with Tom in specific? Like, yo, this Deus Demar is very, very, very trippy, bro. So I'm here thinking, is Tom gonna kill Goldrian now? Because he literally wanted to kill the other dude, and now if you kill the king, you're gonna be in a big sitch, do you know what I mean? So interesting, man. Now moving to Pain's point of view. Pain was on his way to Tomon's head, I think, or maybe Folma, one of those two. And then he literally took the horn and presented to Turak, the guy of the Seanchan thingy, yeah? And then Turak, once he got the dagger out, Pain Fain grabbed for it, bro. He was like thirsty for that dagger, bro. It was like the dagger was a part of him. And I'm here thinking, how wasn't that meant to be connected to Matt? Or maybe Pain and Fain just had it for a long time, you know what I mean? Maybe that's why it kind of took him just like it took Matt. So interesting. I'm not sure what the dagger has got to do with Pain and Fain, but that's not the point. Then Pain and Fain said something interesting. He told Turak that Dark Friends are on its way and it's led by Rand of Thor. So Pain and Fain is kind of portraying as Rand as the villain instead of himself. He is the leader of the Dark Friends, but he's like, Rand here is the leader of the Dark Friends. And now Turak said that you should stay with me, so because I want to be entertained. Now coming back to Rand's point of view, when they entered this the steading Sofu, I think, they were welcomed by this girl Ogier, and Loyal literally took a massive liking to her, and likewise towards the end. And Loyal was like to them, do you guys see how pretty she is, man? And then Matt was like, ew, nah. And then I don't know, man. Loyal was just so innocent, bro. He constantly said how she was beautiful and stuff like that. His ears were twitching, and bro, I'm telling you, bro, Loyal, bro, you gotta teach me how to make my ears twitch, bro. I think that's like a technique, bro. That's a technique, 100%. Anyway, while the girl Ogier was taking them to the elders, they saw 3 Aiel people, two older women and 1 younger one. And when both of the parties saw each other, they both got their weapons out and they were about to fight, man, until the Ogier was like, stop, don't fight here, man, remember the pact. And then instantly the Aiel people were like, oh, sorry, we would never betray the pact and so on. And I'm here thinking, what is the pact? Does the pact refer to the sins that the Aiel people have committed or something like that? I have no idea, but that's the second time we got to see Aiel people, bro. And every single time I see Aiel, I want more Aiel, bro. I want to learn more about them, bro. But I don't think I'm gonna learn that much about them anytime soon, so I'll just keep reading, man. And then we got to find out about how Ogiers get married, especially for boys, man. So boy Ogiers don't really have a say in their marriages. So if a girl likes a boy Ogier, they'll go and tell the family, and then the family will go to his family, and then the marriage is arranged, and he literally gets controlled by his wife for the rest of his life because the wife is just dominant, you know what I mean? And that's why boy Ogiers are not allowed to leave the settings, you know what I mean? And Loyal has attracted a bunch of female Ogier, bro. Like, that's my guy, bro. Loyal, bro. That's my guy, bro. Hey, man, like I said, you better teach me how to twitch my ears, bro. Oh my god, man. Anyways, Loyal did not want to meet these elders, by the way, because he knows if the elders know that he left, they would maybe somehow get words to his family, and then his family will marry him off, which will create a lot of problems. Anyway, we also know that Loyal is a very talented tree singer, and he's very young. There was a young talented tree singer in Steading Shangtai. I don't know, man. Anyway, enough about Loyal, yeah. Varen requested the elders if they could use the Waygate, and then the elders brought out another Ogier called Betrayal, and he was completely empty. He was gone. He was just like, he was conscious, but everything that's inside of him, his whole existence, is just not there. And this is the trippy part. When Varen touched him, she could sense that he was empty. And then I'm here like, wait, you're in a steading right now. You're not meant to have any access to the one power. So how the heck did she know? And then I go back to where the Aiel man was like, you look like someone who's been and came back to Riodian. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's why I was like, Varen is something more to an Aes Sedai. She must be something more, but I don't know what. Like, I want to know, but I don't know what, man. I think Varen is something, but I just don't know what it is, bro. Anyway, then when they got to the Waygate, right? the Black Wind was still there. The Black Wind was waiting for them again. And yeah, bro, it looks like they cannot travel through the Black Wind, or the ways actually, and that's where they came up with the conclusion that they were going to use the portal stones. And then Varen was like, I never really used a portal stone, so Rand, you might have to actually open up the portal stones. Now, while Rand was actually trying to work on these portal stones, Varen was about to say something is wrong, but before she could finish off the sentence, flicker. It's like he has been transferred into a different world. Now, the first one, do you remember back in the Eye of the World, yeah, where when we first got to see Trollocs, ran through like a lamp at the Trollocs or something like that. I don't know if it was a lamp, or a kettle. I think a kettle. I don't know, one of those two, yeah. But this time, instead of throwing it, he dropped it. And obviously, one change of action creates a different outcome. So if he had dropped the kettle, then Rand and Tam would have died on that spot, because that's what literally happened, bro. So it's like, I think what this flicker thing is doing is showing different possibilities, right? So once he was out of that vision, flicker again, bro, and this time he was back in Emond's Field. He was married to Egwene. Egwene was the wisdom, and then they also said that Arthur Hawkins' army is currently raiding the whole world. And then they did not mention anything about Nynaeve, so I'm here thinking Nynaeve must have become an Aes Sedai, and she must have died or something like that. I have no idea, bro, but they didn't really give Nynaeve any proper explanation in any of these parts. And you know, since I'm a big Nynaeve fan, bro, I'm going to be paying attention a lot to her details, bro. So anyway, then Egwene died and Rand ended up dying in battle. But he seemed to be very thirsty for battle, I don't know, bro. Then the next one, Rand became a soldier of the Illian army. He took a liking to both Min and Elaine, and yeah, he was able to use the one power here and there, and he died by someone else channeling lightning on him. And then literally a whole bunch of different possibilities happened, bro. He was a shepherd, he was a farm boy, he was a soldier, he was a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Like literally every single time, flicker, bro. Different possibilities, bro, different everything. And then once everything was done, everyone seemed to go through the same experience that Rand was going through. And then like some people seemed very traumatized, like Ingtar was more determined, and Matt was very apologetic. I'm assuming that in one of Matt's outcomes, Matt snitched on Rand. I mean, he told someone that Rand could channel. So, and then Matt was like, you know, I would never tell anyone, yeah. And I'm here thinking, now here's what I think. I think that one of those possibilities is actually going to happen, bro. I don't know which one. Back to Tom's prophecy thingy, right? It said that twice to live and twice to die, bro. I don't know what that means, but I think that Rand is gonna die twice, and he's gonna, I don't know, bro. I think one of them is going to be true. Now, I'm scared because Nynaeve, I'm assuming, is dead in one of them. Rand obviously is dead in the Thames one, and then the Illian one is kind of interesting as well. I have no idea. And one more thing as well, Rand took a liking to Min and Elaine, and obviously Egwene. And Min, I think back in the last part I forgot to mention, Min, when she looked at Elaine, she said you will share your husband with 2 other girls, so in total 3. So that means Elaine's husband's gonna have 3 wives, and I think that Elaine's husband will be Rand, and then Rand will marry all 3 of Min, Elaine, and Egwene, because they are all part of the pattern, I think. I have no clue, bro, but this chapter is absolutely trippy. I'm here thinking, are they really fake or real, or what are they, man? I think, yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. And by the way, I think Rand somehow messed up here as well, because I think Rand kind of extended the time to 4 months instead of a few days, so that's very troublesome. And now they're like, we have to get to Toman's head ASAP, so let's see how that goes. Now, let's come to Egwene and Nynaeve's story, bro. And this part pissed me off, bro, towards the end. God damn, bro. Anyways, let's start, bro. Let's start off with Nynaeve and Min, Elaine, and Egwene. They're all just chilling in their room. They were talking about how Nynaeve had a fight with another accepted. It was like a fist fight as well. I'm like, yes, Nynaeve, go, man. And she got pissed off. She literally, I think, made wind just like that. Like, yo, Nynaeve is so talented, bro. She literally mastered the one power. I don't know if she really did, but I'm here like, go, Nynaeve, bro. Anyway, I'm just getting way too hyped with Nynaeve, bro. And now this is big. Elaine said that Goldrian, the king of Cairhien, is dead, bro. So I'm like, did Tom actually kill Goldrian, or who killed him, bro? I think Tom might have killed him, but that means Tom is in big trouble, man. He just keeps on making enemies, bro. It also talked about Logain, how he's really sad and depressed, bro. And damn, bro, I was just expecting a lot more of Logain, that not in this way. I was expecting a lot of awesomeness, a lot of crazy stuff, but he looks very down, you know what I mean? But I'm sure he will get an arc in the future. I have high hopes for Logain. And then Liandrin happened, bro. Liandrin came, she told both Min and Elaine to get out, and then she was like to the other two girls that Ran is in trouble and we have to get to Tommen's head ASAP, and you guys have to meet me in the Ogier's Grove. Tell no one of this, bro. And then Nynaeve and Egwene agreed, bro. I'm like, are you guys stupid, bro? Like, why would you agree, bro? At least talk to the Amyrlin seat about this. Why would you trust Liandrin? Like, even I'm not stupid enough to believe that. Like, Robert Jordan has fooled me so many times, but there's no way I'm gonna trust Liandrin, bro. But guess that happened, and Min and Elaine overheard, and then Min was like, Elaine, you are part of the prophecy, I think you should go as well. And I think Min just likes Ran, so she literally tagged along as well. And when they met up with Liandrin, she was not happy to see the other two, and she just allowed it, you know what I mean? She just whatever. And when they went to the Waygate and they were talking about the Black Wind actually catching them, Liandrin seemed not a single bit phased at all, bro. She was like, you know what, I'll take care of the Black Wind, bro. Ain't nothing, man. And then when they actually went inside of the ways, bro, Liandrin seemed to know the ways in and out, bro. Like, she was not following the white thingy-majiggy. She literally knew where to go, bro. Like, it's like her second home, bro. And I'm here like, yo, you are so... something's wrong with you, bro. Something definitely is up with you, bro. Anyway, once they come out of the Waygate, they come to Tommen's head, and outside were a bunch of Seanchan people, bro. Like a bunch of soldiers and a bunch of girls tied to like the Demanes and whatever. And then that's where we find out that Liandrin is a dirty, I'm not gonna say it, bro, but she's just damn it. Liandrin then presented both Egwene and Nynaeve in specific to this person called Suroth, and that's where everyone literally came after them. One soldier got a massive chain around Egwene. She got like collars and stuff all around her, and Nynaeve, she was just too strong for them to handle, bro. And then she escaped. Elaine escaped as well because Min saved her. Min stabbed the guy who had Elaine, and then that got Elaine to escape. And honestly, that just makes me like Min even more, bro. Like, wow, bro, she literally protected Elaine, and Elaine is one of my favorite characters as well. I think she's one of the most kindest characters in this whole entire show. And yeah, that only left Egwene and Min left, bro. And that's where we find out that Egwene is now a demane, bro, and she cannot channel if the person she is connected to demands it. And that person is known as a Suldama, I'm not sure, but her name is Rima, and she is absolutely creepy to the max, bro. Now this part pretty much confirms that Liandrin is a dark friend. Liandrin and Suroth, I think the leader of this group, yeah, they were having a conversation. Suroth was like, I left Turak for now, but he will find out. So she's like in a rush. She's very low-key, while Liandrin also seemed to be very low-key, and these two did not like each other. However, they had one thing in common. They both shared the same master, bro. Like, which other master is there that's not the Dark One? Do you know what I mean? So it has to be the Dark One. I'm here thinking both of these people serve the Dark One, and I'm here thinking as well that the Seanchan people are not completely bad. It's just these sets of people that are bad, man. And what their aim is to get Egwene and Nynaeve out of the Arith Ocean. And I looked at the map, it was like way above, like on top left, you know what I mean? So it's, why though? Like rather than killing them, they just want them to transfer them to the Arith Ocean. Very suspicious, bro, very suspicious. So this does nothing but confirm that Liandrin is a dark friend, and that I feel so bad for Egwene, bro, like really bad. Like Egwene was just getting whipped, slashed, everything was just very, very hard to read, because I'm not gonna lie, Egwene kind of redeemed herself. Like she showed development, bro. Like when Elaine asked Egwene that, how would you feel if Rand like married one of us, let's say, and Egwene was like, you know what, I'll accept it, bro. Like at least she was trying to accept a fact that she was not happy with. And I'm like, yo, that's development, bro. And now after that development, seeing Egwene suffer, bro, like it was horrible, bro. And just before one of them was about to kill Min as well, Egwene's body was burning, bro, and then she still kept going like, don't kill her, don't kill her. And then at the end, both Egwene and Min was just getting whipped, slashed, and I was like, that was hard, bro. Like I love Min, I love Egwene now. Egwene, I actually do like her now, and seeing both of them suffer just absolutely pissed the crap out of me, bro. Like justice needs to be served. I hope these guys get whooped. I don't know who it is, I just need them to get whooped, bro, because bro, if I was there, man, hey man, someone hold me back, man. Someone hold me back, bro. I don't care if they're fictional characters, but someone needs to hold me back, because I'm about to throw some hands, bro. Anyway, Nynaeve, we get to find out that Nynaeve is extremely strong, like strong as a sister, maybe even stronger when she's angry. When she's not angry, she can't sense Sedai. She then meets up with Elaine, and Elaine feels very bad that she just ran away. And I'm very glad that Elaine actually ran away, because if you had stayed, you would have been dead, bro. But now since you ran away, you now have an opportunity to save your friends. And then Egwene decides that they will be heading to Falmar, and hopefully to save their friends, bro. And I think everyone now, including Rand, everyone is heading towards the same location, and poof, it's about to get epic, bro. I feel like these last 10 chapters are about to hit differently, bro. And that is where this part ends. And I'm not gonna lie, this part was literally like riding a roller coaster. It had some happy moments, it had some funny moments, it had some scary moments, it had some very heartbreaking moments. It had it all, bro. I was feeling so much emotions in this part. It was mad crazy. Anyway, let's move on to some of these predictions, bro. I think I already mentioned some of these predictions. How Liandrin is a dark friend with Suroth, and how Selene was the one that was able to control the Trollocs. Fain wants the Seanchan people to have the horn. I think maybe because he wants the Aes Sedai to be eliminated. We know that Arthur Hawkins' people do not like Aes Sedai, and I feel like this is one of the best way to get rid of the Aes Sedai. Like if the Seanchan people were to blow the horn, like they are already quite formidable, right? And now if they have the army of the dead, yo, the Aes Sedai is gonna have a very hard time, bro. And that's pretty bad, bro, because obviously we know that Nynaeve and Egwene is part of the Aes Sedai now, and Elaine, and yeah, bro, I do not want to see them suffer, bro. So I have no idea where these last 10 chapters may go, bro. Wow, I'm still so mad, bro, about Liandrin, bro. Like, I've never been this mad in this book, in this series so far with any character, but Liandrin is officially my most hated character in the whole entire series, bro. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a big like, comment down your thoughts below without any spoilers or any hints of any spoilers, and of course, if you guys have not subscribed, make sure to subscribe right now. We are shy of 700 subscribers. It's so epic, bro. I cannot wait to continue this journey of the Wheel of Time, man. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care now. Bye.